Welcome to Lesson 2-3. That's Topic 2, Lesson 3. We're going to be talking about absolute value today. Absolute value is a pretty simple concept. It's basically the distance from zero that a rational number is. So let's draw a number line and look at this. All right, I have the number 3, and 3 is 3 units from 0. And so therefore, the absolute value of 3 is 3. We use a symbol for absolute value. It's just two straight parallel lines around the number. That's read as the absolute value of 3 is 3. Now, I also have this other number, -3. And if we look, this is also 3 units from 0. And so the absolute value of a -3 is also just 3. So absolute value is distance from 0. And basically, we're just disregarding the sign. Positive or negative, the sign goes away. Okay, so let's talk about absolute value in kind of the real world here. We have stock prices rising and falling during the year. And as you might surmise from previous lessons, if the stock prices go up, that's a positive change. And if they go down, that's a negative change. So we have a table showing these overall changes from year to year. And we want to know which 2 years was the overall change the greatest. So here it looks like in 2015, the price went up $11. The positive sign isn't always written. If there's no symbol, we assume it to be positive. In 2014, it went up $19. In 2013, it went down $34. And in 2012, it went up $6. So if I did the absolute value of 11, then the change was 11 units. The change here in 2014 was 19. The change was 34. And the change was 6. See, the absolute value tells us the change, regardless of whether that change went up or down. So again, on the number line, we have a change. Well, we don't even need the number line for this, honestly. You can see pretty clearly that these 2 years had the largest or greatest change. Okay, so now we have a problem that you're going to try. It says the students in a science class recorded the change in the water level of a local river, and during which week did the water level change by the greatest amount? And so it looks like it dropped 7.5 feet in week 1. Looks like it went up 2 2/10 in week 2. And it looks like it dropped 4 3/8 in week 3. Remember the meaning of absolute value? The absolute value of, say, 10 is just 10. The absolute value of -10 is also just 10. We just disregard the sign. So go ahead and give that a try. All right, here we go. Just some more straightforward practice with absolute value. The distance from 0, that's what absolute value is. So the absolute value of a -4 is just 4. The absolute value of 0 is 0. 0 is 0 units from 0. The absolute value of 3 is 3. All right, so now we're going to start thinking about what negative numbers mean versus absolute value. So we have the account balances for account A, B, and C. And we want to know which account has the least balance, So in this case, if you owe $50, that's worse than if you owe 35. So the least balance is a -$50.99. That's the least balance. And since they asked for the account, that is account B. Okay, in this next problem, we have a couple questions. It says a bank has 2 customers with overdrawn accounts. Which balance is the greater number? Let's answer that first. So we have on our number line, if this is 0, and this is a negative 19 and 45 hundredths, I know it gets more negative to the left. This is a negative 23 and 76 hundredths. So which balance is greater? The greater number is a negative 19 and 45 hundredths. In other words, a negative 1945 is greater than a negative 2376. The second question asks which balance is the lesser amount owed? Well, the amount owed is going to be an absolute value. So for VW there, the absolute value of a negative 1945 is 1945. They owe $19.45. And for Olson there, the absolute value of a negative 2376 is 2376. So the lesser amount owed is here. It's a negative $19.45 is greater than negative $23.76. But if you're looking at it from the perspective of how much is owed, well, the lesser amount owed is the $19.45. Okay, well, here's some straight up practice, some absolute value, and then for question D, it says which account has the greater overdrawn amount, which has more money overdrawn. So think about what that means. And that's it for today. Have a great day. Bye.